Hello, third and fourth graders, maybe seventh graders too. I might share this with you as well. So I wanted to hop on here real quick and do a little quick mini lesson with all of you because it's something that's been coming up a lot when I'm talking to kids individually, which, side note, I am seeing students individually still. So if you're struggling, if you're feeling just a lot of emotions right now, a lot of people are, myself included, and I'm happy to talk to you and listen, help in any way I can. It's not a bad thing to talk to me. You're not going to be in trouble. And I think you all know I don't share what we talk about with other people, like your teachers or your parents or Mrs. Bammer. So I hope you take me up on that if you need me. I'm here. I'm happy to help. But what I want to talk to you about today is something that we are all dealing with right now is a sense of losing control. What do I mean by that? So we don't have control over a lot of things in our life at this exact moment in time. We don't have control over when we're going to be able to go to the mall again. We don't have control over when we're going to be able to see all of our friends and family again. We don't have control, or we didn't have control over when school was going to start up again, which is why we have to wait to go back until next year. So during these times, it's really important for us to remember the things that we can control. Because by remembering the things that we can control, it actually helps us to feel a little bit better. I feel like my words are getting kind of confusing, and it might help to show you a visual of what I mean. So I'm going to share my screen with you now. Okay. All right. So on here, you can see we have this big giant circle in the center of our page, and it says what I can't control around the outside, and then what it says on the inside is what I can control. So right now, we might have a lot of things floating around outside of our circles, outside of our bubbles. Like I said, we can't control when we're going to kind of get back to normal life. We can't control what's going on out in the world. We can't control what other people are doing out in the world. But we do have a lot of things within our circle that we can still have control over. And sometimes when we feel that sense of control, even if it's over something small, it helps us to feel a little bit better. And it helps us to have a sense of security back, especially during times like these that can be kind of confusing or difficult. So let's take a look. These are just general ones for any time of year, not specific to what's going on right now with the coronavirus, but they're still really good ones to keep in mind. So things we can't control the weather. Luckily, it's a beautiful day today, but it's not always. We can't control other people, like our family or our teachers or our friends. We can't control what other people do. We can't control what we look like, how tall we are, how short we are, what color our skin is, what color our hair is. Well, I guess you can kind of control what color your hair is if you want to dye it. We can't control how other people feel, right? We can't control if our friend is having a bad day, or if mom's feeling upset or frustrated, or if our brother or sister is really angry. We can't control them. You can only control yourself. So let's take a look inside the circle and look at the things that we can control. We can control things like how we treat other people. We can control being in our space, so keeping our own space. Not as much of a problem at home, but still I imagine somewhat of a problem with brothers and sisters. We can control being kind. We can control being a hard worker. We can control ourselves and our ability to listen, or to speak up for ourselves, or to choose before we speak. So these are all different examples, but what I want you to do right now is you can draw this out if you'd like on a piece of paper. You can make a nice big circle and write on the outside what I can't control and write on the inside what I can control. You don't want to do that if you're kind of in a rush. That's okay too. But what I want you to think of is during this time of the coronavirus and learning from home, I want you to think of the things you can control. Yeah, you can't control if we're going back into the school building in the next couple of weeks. But you can control things like your schedule, like getting up and getting your schoolwork done. You can control that. You can control things like creating. I think that's a really important one during this time. You can control things like drawing or making art. You can control things to some extent, like what you eat, though I think mom and dad probably have a say over that too. You can control the way that you move your body. If you choose to exercise, if you choose to go outside, if you choose to do an activity indoors, you can control if you play video games all day. I don't recommend it, but you can control it. There are so many things that you can control, even if they're tiny. You can control how you style your hair. You can control taking care of yourself with good hygiene and showering and brushing your teeth. But the more we focus on the things we can control, the things that we do have a say over, the more we feel like we have a little bit of power in our lives. And it can be really helpful during this time when maybe things don't feel as certain or as clear as they used to. Maybe we feel a little less in control of our day-to-day life. I know I do, and that's okay. So I think it's important for us to focus on the good, focus on those things that you can control, and try to use it for something positive. Try to use it to make good choices. Try to use it to make your day a little bit better. Or maybe your parents' day a little bit better. Maybe your teacher's day via Zoom a little bit better. Whatever it may be. So my friends, like I said, this is just a quick little one for us to do together today. Something that's been coming up a lot in my sessions with kids, and I thought I'd share it with all of you. So I hope it helps. Remember that circle of control, and have a great day. Bye, guys. I'll see you soon.